Yeah, if we speak purely about the France, we know that they brought a quite strong squad here, and they have a lot of talent on the field with a lot of players playing on the highest level. Obviously, they are a host team, and they have their expectations. They play in front of the home crowd, and we expect a lot of people tomorrow at the game. But we also focus on ourselves and things that we have to do, and how we can use that noise tomorrow on our side.
Great. Thanks, Marco.
Thanks, Steve.
Welcome.
Again, if you have a question, go ahead to the bottom bar and raise your hand. Next up, let's take Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, everybody. Tanner, just how exciting is this moment?
Yeah, no, this moment is honestly surreal. Most people dream about being an Olympian, and to be here now is the treatment, everything is incredible. But we've been here now with the team for 12 days in France, and it's been great to settle in and be around the guys and feeling really confident and comfortable with the group and who we've brought. So really looking forward to it.
To Steve's point about, the excitement of playing France, there's also obviously the potential to play Argentina in the quarterfinals. They're big tasks, obviously, with the star power that those teams have. But how much does this team sort of want to go out and have that?
I mean, yeah, we're focused on our 3 games that we have: France, New Zealand, and Guinea. Starting with France tomorrow. I'm sure everyone brought their best team they could. As did we. So just focus on the training we have today, and then ready to kick off things tomorrow evening versus France.
Thanks, Jonathan. Next up, let's take Will Gittins from AS.
Hey guys, thanks for your time. Another question for you, Tanner. I saw Walker Zimmerman said that you'd watched the film Miracles as a group together, and you just mentioned then that you've been in France for 12 days now. So just wondering, how else have you been filling the time? Have you had any other chance for team bonding things, had a chance to go out and see a bit of France, anything like that?
Yeah, we watched Miracle together. It was a good time. Had a nice barbecue and a movie night. It was really fun. A lot of guys hadn't seen the movie, so it was good to get everybody on the same page. But we've had a lot of good time. We've done a lot of team bonding. The guys like to play cards or just chill. We play a couple games here and there. Good conversation. I mean, we've been around each other now for 10 days, and it went so fast, just having so much fun. So on the field as well, have a lot of good times, competitive, good training. So yeah, it's really forming like a really strong group, and we're happy about that.
Thanks, Will. Next up, let's take Donald Wine from Stars and Stripes FC.
Thanks, Chris. Guys, good morning, or at least good afternoon for you guys. Good morning here in the East Coast. 2 questions for you, Tanner. The first one is, as you're approaching this game against France, I know the coaching staff has been telling you guys kind of what to expect when you walk into the stadium tomorrow. But as a team, what are the players talking about? How are you guys, staying focused for that game, especially against the host? And then the second question I have for you is, 4 years ago or 3 years ago, the women obviously couldn't partake in the opening ceremonies, and they mentioned that they had their own kind of little mini opening ceremony at the stadium where they were playing at because they were so far away from Tokyo. Are you guys planning on doing something similar to kind of mark the fact of doing the opening ceremonies, considering that you can't participate in them?
Yeah, to answer your first question, I think the guys are ready. I mean, I think coming into this tournament, we understand the importance of each game and importance of this tournament, and it's hungry, and we have a lot of experience in this group. Even though we're a young team, every team is pretty young, but we have great experience with our overage players, with Walker, Georgie, and Miles. All of them have been played together, the senior team, and a lot of guys have played with them. So our team is, we have a good gel with everyone, and we're looking forward to it. I think with the opening ceremony, we'll definitely be watching. Not sure if we'll do anything too special, but definitely we'll enjoy being together, just being around the guys, having a good time. So looking forward to that as well.
Thanks, Donald. Next up, let's take Doug McIntyre from Fox Sports.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, guys. Good luck tomorrow. Marco, just to go back to Miracle for a second quickly, why did you pick that movie to show the group? And Tanner, what do you think you and your teammates sort of took away from it? Thanks.
I mean, it's a nice movie. That there's a story behind that, and it's our hockey team that went to the Olympic Games and then won the gold, and just the way that in a movie you have different challenges, and but same objective, same goal, and how they build a group, stay together, and then fought. It's just a nice story, and yeah, we kind of show a lot of similarity with our process and things that time to watch it together.
Yeah, I think a lot of the players took away that the group is the strongest thing, not an individual player. And in that movie, they really show that any group of guys that really believe in each other and believe in the group can achieve anything. And I think our team feels that way and understands that the best chance we have is if we stick together. So I think that was a good movie for us to watch going into the games.
Thanks, Doug. Next up, apologies for pronunciation here. We'll take Diolu Akingbade from World Soccer Talk.
Yeah, you got that right. Obviously, thank you guys for doing the press conference. But going back to March, where you guys had the 2-2 draw against France, lesson that you guys took from that game early in the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great game for us to play France in France, similar to what we'll have tomorrow. The team's obviously a little different on both sides, but the general idea of how they'll play, the support they had in the stands will be very similar. So for us, we're ready for that. It's not going to be anything new for us. A lot of guys have played in big games with hard crowds, and tomorrow night, I think give a lot of belief to our team.
Yeah, from my perspective, March camp, we didn't know before we scheduled that game that we are going actually to play France in the Olympics, and then go against the teams that are on the highest level, and to learn what it takes to compete against those these kind of teams, and get to tournaments like this, everybody's good. And when you play against good teams, to how to expose our talent against them, match that, and overplay those teams.
Thank you. Next up, let's go back to Will Gittins from AS.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, just zooming out a little bit. Earlier this summer, the senior teams struggled a bit in Copa America. Obviously, the squad that you've got in France is a sort of a younger team, I'm sure, looking to push on to the senior side. Has the Copa America performance maybe changed the focus for you at all this summer? Is there maybe more of a path for the senior team now, or do you think it's two independent things and you're just out to win this month?
I think this is two completely different tournaments, and big tournaments for itself, two separate stories. Obviously, we have here the majority of the group are young players that one of our objectives is to bring most of them to the senior team, no matter what was the result in Copa America. That was objective before Copa America and after Copa America. But like I said, it's completely two separate stories, and yeah, there is no connection in this moment. Like, we're very focused on Olympic Games.
Last two questions here. We'll go back to Donald Wine from Stars and Stripes FC.
Thank you, guys. And Marco, this question is for you. You've been, very open in your story about how you've gotten to this point, how you've moved to the United States with your family, maybe become a citizen, and how much this moment means to you. Coaching is a stressful job. How are you taking this and kind of remaining loose ahead of the game? And also, what are you doing to embrace the moment when you walk into that stadium tomorrow night?
Yeah, I first of all, I'm always focused on what's next, and we have session in 1 hour. So my main focus is to get most out of that session from our side, from the coaches, and then together with the team, so that we have successful day, and we go day by day. Listen, I think that everybody knows that tomorrow it's a little bit different game than any other game, and different circumstances. Like we play host team, it's opening game. And I think for every team, the first team in the Olympic Games, it's going to be a little bit different than others. But to be honest, for me, it's the next game in my life, and that's how I see it. And I just have to be ready. And tomorrow morning, I'll be completely focused just on that game. Like I said, there are things we have to finish today, and I'm very focused on that right now.
Thanks, Donald. Let's take our last question now from Stephen Goff of the Washington Post.
Thanks, guys. And Marco, how do you think you plan to use Kevin Paredes and be able to utilize his versatility? Obviously, he can play from a deep role, but he also can play in as an attacker, as an attacking wing. What are some of the tools that Kevin brings to your plans?
Depends on what is the need in that moment. It's great to have that luxury that Kevin can play multi positions and be very effective, and to bring a lot of quality in different positions for us. Depends on the opposition, depends on our needs. Yeah, we'll use Kevin, but we are lucky that he can play multi positions on a high level.
All right. One final quick question. We'll go to Carlos Eustace from Telemundo, and then we'll call it a wrap.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm actually sitting here at the stadium, and do you think also this will help you? Like, the way I'm gonna phrase it is that you're gonna have a lot of support. There's gonna be a lot of support for the French team. It's the biggest stadium. Marseille is one city that is known for all the passion of their fans. They expect a big crowd, but that could also play against them. They're having amazing results. You saw when you guys played it a couple months ago, you were able to tie in forces with a crowd. Will that be something also that you can use in your favor, all the pressure that the French team is going to have because they're home?
I think to us, the fans, we care about our fans and who's going to be there to support us. We play for our team and our fans, and in our opinion, our result in March was an amazing result. It was a good result, but we didn't win, and our goal is always to win the games. And I think for the French side, they think the same. You know, they play for their fans, and their fans will support them. No reason not to. But yeah, I mean, it'll be a good game for both sides. It'll be an important game, and we're ready for that. We're ready for. I mean, most guys play every week with a loud stadium, so it's nothing new for anyone.